guys, it's Daniela again and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello. So for today's video, I'm bringing you my 2019 high-end favourites. So these are products that I've been loving for the year, whether I got them at the beginning of the year and I really loved them, or whether I got them towards the end of the year and I've been really loving them. I'm just going to speak to you about products that are like my go-tos, my holy grails of this year. So yeah, it's my annual favourite videos. I really hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Okay, so first thing I'm going to talk to you about is primer. The only high-end primer that I've been like obsessed with this year is this one here. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I actually have gone through a whole little sample of this. It's like a mini. I've gone through it. There's only a little bit left, and I loved it that much that I actually asked for this for Christmas. This is really expensive. It's £27. It's not cheap, but you do get a lot of it, so it's worth it in my opinion, and it really does help your makeup last. I did upload like my first impressions video trying this primer out 2 months ago, but that was pre-recorded for like a month. So technically I've had this for about 3 months, and I've literally used this every time I've done my makeup because I really do see a difference. I really do think it makes your makeup last longer. It's not super tacky when it dries down, but I feel like it really does lock in my foundation. So I'm so happy I got this. But yeah, it's such a good primer. It's hyped by a lot of YouTubers. Jackie loves it. Alyssa, Ashley loves it. There's a couple other people that I watch that really likes it. And I understand why they like it, because I do really feel like it does actually make your makeup last longer. This does not break me out at all. There were some people that actually said it did break them out, and that's why I got this one, because I was scared it did break me out. However, once I used this all up, I knew it didn't. So that's why I wanted the full size one, because I knew it didn't break me out and I knew it really helped to keep my makeup in place. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, if you want to try it, go for the little one. It is quite expensive for what you get, but this is actually one of the primers that I've tried from a higher end brand that I actually think is worth it. For under eye corrector, I'm going to mention my Becca under eye brightening corrector. This I've almost used up. I've hit pan. I actually really do like this. It's one of my favorite products that I've used this year for like under eye correcting. It is a really good under eye corrector. I know Sam loves it, and she says it actually does brighten up your eye, which I do believe it does brighten up your skin, and it doesn't budge. So my under eye corrector for this year has definitely been this, and I've been really enjoying it. So for concealer, I'm only going to mention one. This is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer in the shade Custard. This is such a stunning, stunning concealer. It is full coverage. I do not have to build this up. It looks so good under my under eye. This one does remind me a lot of my Tarte Shape Tape, and I reckon that's probably why I love it so much. However, it is more moisturizing and it's a lot less matte. This concealer is what I'm wearing today. It's such a good concealer. It doesn't crease for me. It doesn't look crepey. It doesn't look cakey. It just works. It's such a good concealer. I highly recommend it. It is a lot cheaper than Tarte Shape Tape. So once I've run out of my Tarte Shape Tape, I'm just going to buy this. I did not think this was going to be as good as it is. It's completely shocked me. It's definitely worth it in my opinion. You're paying £17, but it's a really good concealer. And yeah, I really, really enjoy it. Only like powder that I was consistently using, and I saw a difference in my skin when I was using it, was the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It is a wonderful powder. It is hyped up for good reason. It lasts so well on your skin. It makes your skin look so flawless. Like, honestly, flawless. My oils don't come through as much. I can bake with it. It doesn't dry my skin out. And to me, this is a powder that I will always have in my collection. I will constantly rebuy it. And if you're looking for a really good powder, I would go with this one. There are good ones from the drugstore, but to me, nothing can beat my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So another powder that I've been loving, and I was kind of taken back by how much I use it and how much I enjoy it, is the MAC Studio Fix powder in NC15. When I first got it, I was like, it's going to be a powder. It is what it is. But I've loved having this in my collection because I don't have like a foundation powder. I have loose powders and stuff, but I don't have anything pressed. Honestly, this is such a good powder. I use it for like cutting my cheeks sometimes when I don't want to bake under there. I use it to cover up blemishes if I haven't covered them enough with the foundation or concealer. I use it to blot away oil. I use it to set my under eye sometimes. I use this a lot, and I really didn't expect to love this as much as I do. This has definitely replaced my other MAC powder. I just like this more because it is more full coverage. It's such a good powder, and I've been loving it, and literally it lives in my bag. So I actually had to take it out of my bag to film with it today. I almost forgot about it. Okay, so for like bronzer, blush, highlight, I've got two palettes that I really want to mention, and it is the Hourglass Unlocked palette. So I'm not going to speak too much about this because I know you can't get it anymore, but best believe this is my favourite palette of the year. I've had this for about 10 months. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. I will travel with this. It's such a stunning palette. If you can afford Hourglass, that's the one brand that I would say is completely worth it. Everything I've tried from Hourglass, I have loved, and I can't wait to try more of their brand. Even though I haven't tried their new one, which is the Ghost palette, I believe, I'm kind of eyeing it up. I kind of want to get it if it goes on sale because it is £75, so it's not cheap at all. However, if you want to try Hourglass products, I would say go with their palettes. Yes, it's £75, but you're trying a variety of their products in one palette, and they're so good. Their products are so nice. I literally use everything in this palette. So for me, even though Hourglass is expensive, it is one of the brands that I've tried that I love. Every product I've tried for them, and I really like their brand. I can't wait to try more. It's so worth it in my opinion. And honestly, I use everything in this palette. Literally from the first day that I got it, I have just used it and loved it, and I'm obsessed with it. So another palette that I actually really enjoy that you can't get anymore is the MAC Face palette. I believe this was like a Christmas limited edition palette that was for 2018, but I got it in 2019. I love this product. I use this a lot, especially when I got it, I was using it all the time. I love mixing it in with my Hourglass palette as well. So this actually lives in my bag alongside my MAC powder and lip products. I actually love carrying this around because it is so small and slender. I can take it into any bag really. The reason why I like carrying this around is because obviously it has a mirror, but I also have like a huge problem with my eyes tearing up. So I like carrying this around with a little eyeshadow brush and just literally putting this all on the outer V because that's where my makeup tends to run. So it's a really quick touch-up palette for me because if I've, you know, run out of bronzer or blush or highlight on my face, I can just go in with these products. So yeah, I actually had to take this out of my purse. Even though I haven't had this long enough, I've really enjoyed it, and it literally lives in my purse. Okay, so another bronzing product. I love bronzers. I mix all my bronzers, so I definitely knew that I had to mention the ones that I love mixing together. This one is the Fenty bronzer in Shady Biz. I love this bronzer. I love the tone of it. It blends really well. It builds up really nicely. It doesn't look patchy. It never like looks weird on me, and it doesn't really fade. It lasts really well on your skin. I love mixing in like a matte bronzer like the Fenty one with like a glowy bronzer like the MAC one or the Hourglass one or the Milani one. So yeah, I knew that I wanted to mention it because I have used it every time I've done my makeup. Every time I do my makeup, I go in with loads of bronzers. I don't just stick with one. I'm just a lady that loves a lot of bronzer. So my Fenty bronzer is definitely one that I wanted to mention, and it's a really good bronzer. So another highlighting product I wanted to mention is the Becca highlighter in Opal. I love this highlighter. Yes, this is not a subtle glow from within kind of highlighter. I love highlighters like that, especially for like my cheeks. However, for my nose, my cupid's bow and my inner corner, this baby comes in hot. This is blinding. I don't think I'd put this on my cheeks, especially like with my texture the way it is. As you can see, it is glowy, it is blinding, it is beautiful. I wanted to mention it because literally every time I want a little bit extra or a little bit more like blinding highlighter, this is the one that I go for because it's so blinding. So yeah, I wanted to mention it because I did use it a lot this year, whether it was alone or mixing it in. I also really enjoyed using it as an eyeshadow. So quickly for setting spray, you know it's going to be the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Nothing else to say. This makes your makeup last longer. This and the Milk Primer, your makeup staying on. You can sleep in it, you can do whatever you want in it, it's going to stay on. So yeah, I've spoken about that a lot on my channel, so I don't want to speak too much about it. But if you want your makeup to last and you have oily skin, Urban Decay All Nighter is where it's at. So for eyeshadow, I have only really used this eyeshadow palette, if I'm honest. I will dabble into other eyeshadows if I want a certain look or a certain shimmer or something, but consistently using is this eyeshadow. I didn't mention one in my drugstore favourites video because there's not one that I'm consistently using unless it's this one. It's the Francation palette by Desi and Katie and Dose of Colours. Nothing else to say. You've heard me talk about this so much. It is by far my favourite eyeshadow palette that I have in my collection. I even have a backup because I know that I'm going to hit pan on that soon, and I never want to not have it in my collection. You can get it on sale sometimes on Beauty Bay, so if you haven't tried it, please go and try it. It is by far my favourite. It's pigmented, it's blendable, the shimmers are like nothing else, the mattes are like nothing else. Honestly, So good. So I completely forgot to mention this before eyeshadow palette, but I'm going to mention this. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. I've really enjoyed using this. I've noticed that my eyeshadow does crease on me because I do have oily eyelids, so I definitely need a primer. And oh my god, it does not budge. Your eyeshadows do not crease. I use this just a tiny bit in this section here just to prevent creasing in my foundation, and it really works. I really enjoy this. And I wanted to mention it because I don't think I've mentioned it on my channel before. But yeah, this is a really good product. And once I've run out of this one, I actually think I will go and buy a new one. I do think I need to buy a new one already because this is extremely old. If you have oily eyelids, try this because it's actually really good. I was so shocked by it, honestly. Another eye product that I wanted to mention is the Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow in Foil. Oh my god, guys. This came in hot and has not left. This is so stunning. I generally cannot believe how nice this is and how much I've loved using this. I wore this on New Year's. I actually want to film like my go-to glam that I've been doing lately. My eyes were literally like disco balls, and it's so nice. It's so stunning. Like, you can really pack it on, or you can do the slightest wash of it and it just looks stunning. Honestly, I love it. I've actually gone and ordered 3 more colors of this because I love this product so much. It's so beautiful. Samantha and Jamie, they're so right. It's such a beautiful product, and honestly, Hourglass just wins it. Hourglass is so good, man. I think everyone needs to try Hourglass. Every product I've tried from them, I love. Honestly, guys, if you're going to try anything from this video, it's the Hourglass products, especially the 2 that I'm mentioning, the glitter eyeshadow or a face palette. They're not like any other brand I've tried. No other brand is like Hourglass for me at the moment. Hourglass is holding such a special place in my heart. I'm obsessed with them. They're just really expensive, but I'm honestly obsessed with them. So for brows, I only have one product. It's the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I am obsessed with this. I got a bigger one for Christmas. This honestly does keep your brows in place. It does not budge. Once you have this in your brows, they do not budge. I have brows that kind of move a lot, and they go that way and they go down and they just weird and wild. But with this, my brows don't budge at all. It's so good. Highly recommend. It is quite expensive. It's £21 for a big bottle, but I feel like the big bottle will last you ages. Like, I've had this, and this is like the mini, and this is lasting me ages. So yeah, I knew that I wanted to mention it because it's so good, honestly. Literally every time I've done my makeup, this is my last step. So for lip products, I have one lipstick, and it is MAC Honey Love. Nothing else to say except I love this. I love the colour. I love the formula. It's another product that just lives in my bag, and I had to go and fetch this out of my bag to talk about it today. It's one of my favourites. I've spoken about it before. But MAC Honey Love, that's where it's at. Okay, for lip gloss, I'm going to mention this one. This is the Fenty Glow by Fenty. I love the colour. I love the formula. I love the smell of it. I love this product. However, I recently haven't been able to take it out with me and actually keep it in my bag because it gets so messy. It actually leaks out of the bottle, and it just makes everything I touch then glossy and gloopy. I don't know if it's just my one, because everyone I've spoken to that has a Fenty gloss, it doesn't happen. It's just mine. So I feel like it might just be a default or something. Even though it's so messy, I don't like carrying it out with me. I do love wearing it. I love the way it looks on my lips. Like, literally, my lips look juicy and just plump, and I love the colour. So I do actually recommend it. I think it's just a default in my component. The last gloss and my last product is the Dose of Colours Over the Top Lip Gloss. This is a collaboration between Katie and Desi and Dose of Colours. There are little particles of glitter that you can kind of feel if you rub your lips together. If you don't, you won't feel it. But this is just a stunning lip gloss. I like the formula. I really like the formula. And I like the shimmer that it gives to my lips. This is another lip product that I like putting just in the middle because it really does just emphasize your lips and it makes your lips look bigger. So yeah, guys, these were my 2019 higher-end favorites. Please let me know if you enjoy this. Please let me know if you have any high-end favorites that I should try, or just let me know what your ones were, and if you think that I should try any specific high-end products, let me know in the comments down below. Give this a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.